everyone, thanks for tuning in. I hope you're all well wherever you are and whatever you're up to. I'm Lauren, and as you can see, I'm back in the shop again today, surrounded by loads of lovely new fabrics, and I wanted to bring you my monthly roundup of all the new fabric arrivals that we have had in the shop during March. So regular viewers will know that you can always find all of the new fabrics in the just arrived section of our website, and things do sometimes sell really quickly there. So there are some things that are actually in the just arrived section that have literally sold through already, and we've got them back on order, but I don't even have them to show you in this video. So also, depending on when you're watching this video, some of the things that I do show may be coming up as out of stock, but we've got more on order. Things just are really flying out right now. So generally keeping an eye on the just arrived section is always the best place to keep up to date with the new arrivals throughout the month. You can also watch my Instagram live sessions as well, which I do every Friday night at 8 o'clock, and I usually sort of round up like new things that we've had in the shop that week in that video as well. But I've got a lovely mix of new things to show you tonight, so I'm sure you'll be inspired for lots of sewing projects. So the first little group of fabrics I wanted to show you are all woven ones, and they're all cotton or sort of cotton based and really quite nice and summery. So this first one is pretty unusual. We do have in another colourway, but I've brought the white over to show you just now. And it's basically like a fabric that has got shearing elastic already in it. So that is when you would normally put the elastic in the bobbin of your sewing machine and regular thread on the top, and then as you sew it sort of like ruches the fabric up a bit like this. So basically in this fabric it comes done for you, which is very handy, and this would be really useful for inserting, say, into like the back panel of a dress. I've made a dress before where there's a sort of centre back panel that's got shearing elastic, and then the rest is just like a nice embroidered fabric, and I'm going to show you some examples of that. Or it might be that it's like a nice summery maxi dress, and that shearing part is like the top sort of bust part or the bodice part of the garment, and then it's just like a nice long gathered skirt down there. So pretty unusual that you get fabric like this, but I just thought it was something a bit different. So yeah, we've got it in a white like this, and then we've also got it in the navy as well. And then I guess to sort of like pair with that kind of style of fabric, we've got a lovely new range in of embroidered cottons, and I've got the white one here to show you. It's really nice. This range is all floral broidery anglaise, and it's actually a double gauze. So the base fabric is like two really fine layers of cotton or gauze, which are sort of like sewn together, and then it's got a really nice embroidery on it, which kind of gives like an eyelet effect, like in the centre of the flower you can kind of see through the fabric a little bit. So it comes in 4 really lovely shades, and the options with a fabric like this that is sort of a little bit more transparent is that you would either like wear a nice camisole underneath it, for example, if it was a nice top, or you can line it just with a plain cotton lawn or voile, which we also have in the shop as well. And you could just sort of like cut the lawn out the same size as the main pieces of your garment, whatever you're making, and then literally sort of like baste them together around the outside edge and just pretend it's one layer, and then just continue to construct your garment. That's probably the easiest way to do it. There are other ways to line it, which I guess is probably another video to go in depth with, but don't be put off by the fact that you can sort of see through it, because it is really easy to sort of get around that. There's ways to do it. So yeah, a lovely colour range of 4 different colours in that one. And then I've also got a couple on rolls, which are just behind me here. So this gorgeous one here, which we have called Blue Embroidered Blooms, and if I unroll a little section of it, then you'll sort of see, because it's got the back of the fabric facing out in the roll, so when I open it up you'll sort of see the full effect of the embroidery. So it looks like little sort of bunches of flowers, but actually when you look closely they're love hearts, which is very cute. So this is a nice sort of soft muted blue one. Then we've also got a lovely kind of greeny colour, and then a nice kind of ochre mustardy colour as well. So it's really, really nice, lovely and summery and lightweight. Again, depending on what you're making, you might want to line it. So if it was a dress, you're probably going to want to line it just with plain cotton lawn or cotton foil. If it was like a little blouse or a top, I guess it would just depend on what you felt comfortable with, either your best bra or like a nice little camisole or vest top underneath. But I think that would look really cool with the shearing elastic, like if you combine them both to make a really lovely, nice summery garment. So yeah, 3 lovely colourways in that one, which is nice. And then we've also got this one, which is a bit brighter in colour, but again it is on an embroidered cotton base. This is actually the back of the fabric, but again if I unroll it a little section, then you'll see what it's like from the front. So this one is printed arrowhead on large floral embroidery anglaise fabric. It's 100% cotton as well, so you can see it's got this really lovely sort of bright blue colour with little arrows on it, but it's just got a really lovely texture because the base fabric is this really nice embroidered cotton that has got a sort of florally design. So you sort of see the shape of the flower a bit more obvious on the reverse, but it just gives the front of the fabric a really, really lovely texture. I would say this one probably is not as see-through, like it's a bit more opaque. So I guess depending on what you were making, again, would depend on whether you wanted to sort of line that or not. The kind of eyelet little bits, the sort of cutaway bits of the embroidery probably mean that for a skirt or a dress you would want to line it again just with cotton lawn, cotton foil would be absolutely fine. But yeah, another really lovely summery one. Then the last fabric in my sort of woven cotton range is this super cute little giraffe print here, which comes in 2 colourways. So this is the kind of off-white colourway, and then we've also got a really lovely sort of muted kind of greeny colour as well, which is nice. So the main fabric that you're looking at here is actually double gauze. Again, it's cotton double gauze. So that's when it's like 2 really fine layers of loosely woven cotton, which are sort of just, yeah, kind of sewn together. And then the same on the reverse, so it's just plain on the reverse, but double gauze as well, and sandwiched in the middle is a wadding, which gives it this really lovely quilted effect, and it's just so cute. And the little print on it's lovely, and I think this would be perfect for a little baby / kiddie, sort of coatigan cardigan, would be like kind of lighter weight sort of springy summer jacket. And we've got a couple of patterns in the Ickety, one in the Ickety range and one in the Poppy and Jazz range as well, which are either for cardigans or sort of like little jackets. And obviously that because this kind of comes lined already, you would have to change the construction slightly. But what would be really nice is just to bind the edges of that. So yeah, it's like it's a ready-made sort of item really. And then just to finish off those raw edges, I guess you could hem it if you pressed it really nice and flat, but I think it would be nice to put binding around it as well, just trim it off, just really lovely. So yeah, 2 beautiful, cute little colourways in that fabric. And then the next group of fabrics which complement our linen and Sirona linen ranges really nicely is this new fabric which is called Rami, and it's very similar to linen in terms of the kind of natural sort of texture of it. I would say compared to the other linens that we've got, because they sort of all sit together really, this one is much more textured. You can see when I show you the close-up of it, it's just got much more depth to it. It's almost got a sort of washed appearance really, and that's part of the characteristic of the fabric, that it just almost has like this worn in look a little bit. It's pretty weighty. I would say it's probably a bit heavier in weight than our 100% linen. Totally opaque, like you can't see through it at all, so it's great for trousers, skirts, dresses, dresses that are maybe a bit more structured. So say like a dress that's got buttons down the front, or that's got panels and is perhaps a bit more fitted in the bodice, and then maybe like a straighter skirt would be really, really lovely in this fabric. So we do have 4 colours, but I think one of them at this moment in time might be gone already, but we do have more of that coming as well. It's such a lovely classic fabric for this time of year and into summer. So yeah, another lovely addition to the sort of linen family of fabrics that is in the shop. And then now on to printed viscoses. You guys love the printed viscoses and we love them too. It's so nice and colourful to get so many different designs of them in. Before I show you the new ones, I want to just show you one that's back in stock that was really popular because it's such an amazing fun print. It's this safari one here. And it's quite large scale, so hopefully you get an idea of that when I hold it up against my body. And it's got some cheetahs and giraffes eating some grass, and elephants and zebras as well, and it's just really lovely and colourful. So soft and silky as well. I would say it's pretty opaque, you can't really see through it, so a nice versatile weight of fabric as well. I think because the print in this one is a bit more larger scale, I think simple is best with a fabric like this. Simple tops, simple dresses, where really the print is just going to be able to be on show and not sort of disrupted too much. So whether it's just like a sort of plain kind of top like the Merchant and Mills Willow, you know, something like that, something that's just really quite simple kind of front and back, is perfect for larger scale prints like that. But we do have lots of other viscose prints as well. Most of them are on rolls, which are just behind me here. So we've got a range of 3 different colours of this one. This is a sort of lovely kind of floral ditzy print, and this particular colourway that I have got out to show you on the roll here is the navy one. So it's quite a kind of random, just sort of all over kind of flowery ditzy print, nice and lightweight. I would say it's pretty opaque as well. I can't really see my hand through it at all. So again, nice and versatile. And yet 3 really lovely colourways of that one. So just another nice kind of spring summery one. And then we have also got this one, which does just come in one colourway, but it is extra special and very beautiful. This is the Secret Garden Metallic Dolby Viscose, and when you look very closely to it, the reason it's called Dolby Viscose is because these little metallic accents in it are actually woven into the fabric. They're kind of part of the weave of the fabric, and then it's just got this gorgeous lovely sort of teal colour with, yeah, just other than little accents of colour too. It's gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. I think the print is random enough as well. I wouldn't be worrying about pattern matching with something like this. So I think it would look perfect for something that's got gathers, maybe like the Tilly and the Buttons Indigo, for example, you know, something like that, where say the top's maybe a bit sort of straighter or simple, but then it's got a lovely gathered section. This kind of flowing viscose fabric just looks really nice when it's all into gathers like that. So yeah, a lovely one with little gold accents, which is nice and kind of fancy. Here in the UK, as we're coming out of lockdown a little bit more, hopefully we'll all have more fancy places to go to, which will be exciting. And then we've got 2 colourways of the next one that I've got to show you, which is this really lovely brush stroke fabric. So I've bought the kind of bluey mustardy one over, and then we do also have, it's more of sort of like reddy browny warmer colour tones in the other one. The weight of this one is lovely. I would say it's a bit more of like a heavier weight viscose. Again, totally opaque, you can't see through it. So incredibly versatile, like jumpsuits, nice lightweight summery trousers would look good in this as well. Skirts, dresses, tops, blouses, so many things you can do with this type of fabric. It's just lovely. And again, although it's quite a sort of large scale print, I think the orientation of it is random enough that you wouldn't need to worry about pattern matching at all. But yeah, just a lovely, really lovely kind of fluid fabric with a lovely design on it. I think it's another one to add to the stash. And then these next ones have been super popular, so apologies if you end up watching this a few days after I've posted this video and they're already sold out, but we have ordered more. They are new fabrics, so we should be able to get more of them. But they're just so lovely, and I'm not surprised they've been so popular. So this one here is it's called a Giraffe Print, and let me just open it out so you can see the full effect of it. This is the denim blue colourway. Isn't it just gorgeous? But we do have it in quite a few other colourways as well. The monochrome one, the black and white's also been super popular. But I think it's just a really lovely print, and again would look lovely in so many different things. I think this one would be lovely for a dress. Again, opaque, you can't see through it, so just another versatile print. But yeah, I think that would be lovely. It's such a nice colour of blue as well. Not too dark, but not too light as well. I think it's just a lovely shade for this time of year. And then the other one that I've got on the roll here to show you is again been super popular. We do have it in quite a few different colourways as well, but I think this has probably been the most popular one. This is an abstract leopard print. Let me just check the name on it. It will be on the other side of the roll. Yes, abstract leopard print, and this is particularly the hot pink colourway, but as I said, we do have quite a few other colourways as well. So the background in this one is navy, and then it's just a lovely, really bright pink and red leopard's print spot on it. I think it's stunning, absolutely gorgeous. And again, opaque, so just so versatile. I think that would look amazing. Very, very striking garment. The colour's awesome. So yeah, check out all the colours of that one because it is just another really lovely print. Those kind of sort of leopard animal-y prints are just so popular right now. Very, very nice. Then the next group of fabrics that I've got to show you, again, we're still in the woven category. And these are all cords, specifically needle cords. So we've got a couple of new ones in that are from the Dashwood Collections. So they've got more of a smaller scale kind of ditzy print. The background in this one is a really lovely navy, and then yeah, just a nice colourful flowery print on top. It is 100% cotton, so no stretch in this one. And I would say it is probably more sort of lighter weight, so that's going to be good for, it's good for kids' clothes. It would be nice for dresses and skirts as well. I think if it wasn't going to be a summery skirt and you're wearing tights with it, you maybe just need to think about the lining situation with that so it didn't stick to your clothes. But yeah, just a really lovely, nice, colourful print. And then this one here, again, that's got a navy background with a lovely bright colour floral print on it too. So yeah, they're both from the Dashwood collection of fabrics. And then, not necessarily brand new, but back in stock probably after a while, we've had a range of plain needle cords in that do have stretch in them. I've brought the pink over to show you here. I actually have some of this in my stash from like ages ago when we had it in stock, and it is destined to be a pair of closet case ginger jeans / cords, obviously, because I'd be making out of cord, and I've just never got around to it, but maybe I will one of these days. But I think it would be really good for that, and it does have a bit of stretch in it, so it makes it perfect for trousers or skirts. Just got a little bit of give and makes them a bit more comfier. So yeah, a nice, lovely, soft, thin needle cord. So it's back in the pink. We've also got it in navy, and we've got it in a really lovely dark amber colour as well. That came back into stock too, so a few nice options there. And then the last couple of cords that I've got to show you are, again, they are just 100% cotton, so no stretch in these ones, but I just love the colour combinations. This is a gorgeous sort of like chestnut gingery colour with little teal embroidered daisies on it. Lovely. And then a nice soft pink with maroon daisies on it is this one here. Really, really gorgeous. So again, good for kids' clothes, good for skirts or like a little pinafore. I guess you could make a shirt out of this as well. It would obviously just be a bit thicker and cozier, but it would look nice as a shirt as well, I think, that one. So yeah, that is all the needle cords that are back in. And then the next section that I've got to show you, let me just check and look around my area, are all things that are stretch. So some of you are maybe looking at my jumper recognising it. If you're not, it's the Tilly and the Buttons Billy sweatshirt, and this is using our teal Organic Splash sweatshirting fabric, which I'm pretty sure we do still have a bit of that in stock. We've had a new colourway of it come in. This one here, it's called Azure Blue. And hopefully if I'm just sort of contrasting it against the teal, you can kind of see the difference in it. It's a lovely blue colour, really, really nice. And then the kind of scribbly sort of splash spots on it are black. And it is an organic fleece back sweatshirting, so the reverse of it is so lovely and cozy. It's just really nice, honestly. It feels so comfy to wear, but it's not like a thick kind of heavy sweatshirt. It is more like a lighter weight one, so it doesn't feel like really heavy to wear. It just feels really nice and snuggly and comfy. Honestly, it's so good. So as you can see, for my cuffs and my neckband, I used some of our black tubular ribbing fabric, which we are waiting for more stock of that to come in, but you can just use the same fabric as well for the cuffs and the neckband. You just need to cut the neckband out like parallel to where the selvage is, because it's got a bit more stretch. There's more on that in the hints and tips video that came with the Sewing Society kit that was for this jumper. But yeah, you can just use the same fabric and if you didn't want to wait for the ribbing, but it is coming back in stock, it is on order. And then the other stretch one that we've got is this one here, which is on a roll. It's kind of on its own, it's not got any friends as part of a collection, but it is a very, very nice, absolutely beautiful fabric. I can't tell you how soft this one feels. You're just gonna have to believe me, it's so nice. I guess it's kind of like a double knit fabric really, because there, you know, it almost looks like two layers of fabric that are almost sort of stitched together. The spot is woven into the fabric as well, and that usually gets classed then as like a jacquard if the pattern's woven into the fabric. You can see it's quite drapey, it's quite floppy. The composition is polyester and viscose and a little bit of elastane. So it feels really, really sort of soft, almost brushed if you like, and then the viscose component of it is giving it that drape. Perfect for t-shirts. It would make a really nice lightweight cardigan. It would be good for like lighter weight jumpers as well. I think the toaster version too, that's got that sort of looser kind of neck that hangs down, you know, you get more kind of cowling that would happen in it because it is so floppy, but I think it would look really, really nice in that. And it's one of those blues that's almost like a purpley kind of blue, and then the spots are just that really lovely kind of light blue colour. It's so nice. Honestly, trust me, it is just so soft and lovely. So a little bit on its own, that one, but a lovely classic blue colour. Anything blue is just always super, super popular. And then another little range of sweatshirtings that we've had are a bit thicker this time, and they are fleece back as well, and they've got a sort of marled texture to them. 4 colours we've got. This one here is the light blue colour. We've called it Stonewash Blue Marl. So it's not like a solid colour of blue, and you can see when I show you up close, as the fabric's sort of woven, it's like blue and white threads to kind of give it a little bit of texture or depth. Reverse of it is really lovely and thick and snuggly and soft and fleecy. So in comparison to, like, say the sweatshirting fabric that I'm wearing in this jumper, this one is a little bit heavier, but still, you know, still totally fine, like really easy to sew with and everything. Good for all of the jumper patterns that I'm sure you know and love and have heard me talk about lots of times. The Billy, the Jara, the Linden, the Toaster, all of them would be really nice. And yeah, just 4 really lovely colours in that one. All of them are marled, so all of them have got that lovely bit of texture to them. They're not sort of flat colours, which is really nice. And then we've also had quite a few different colours of our more textured tubular ribbing fabric come back in. So this one here, this one's actually a new colourway in this particular type of ribbing. It's called Indigo. And then we've also got a light grey, which I think is a new colour in that particular range too. So this ribbing it comes as like a little sort of tube, so on like a little mini bolt like this, but it's actually a tube of fabric here. And when you come to use it for neck bands, sleeve cuffs and hem bands, you basically just treat it like normal fabric. So, you know, you'd end up like folding it over like that, and you know, you'd then just sew that onto your, you know, your main garment, and that would become your neckband or your hemband. Super, super stretchy. So it is really easy to work with, and if the pattern that you're using has been designed to be used with ribbing or cuffing, then it's super simple. You're just using the pattern pieces as they come with the pattern. So yeah, this one does just have a bit more of a sort of textured, ridgy rib to it, whereas the other ribbing fabric, like the range that is the one that's on this sweatshirt here, is a much finer rib, so it overall has a more flatter appearance, whereas this one just has a little bit more of a textured appearance. So yeah, we've had various colours of this one come back into stock, and that is 2 new colourways added to the range as well. We've also had come back into stock quite a lot of different colours from our range of organic interlock fabrics. So I've brought this one over here. This is the turquoise one, which is a beautiful, lovely, rich colour. It's such a lovely colour. Very kind of strong and summery. Literally reminds me of like some kind of tropical lagoon water. It's so nice. And it's got, it looks the same on the front and back, so it's that's why it's called an interlock, because the way that it's sort of woven, again, is almost kind of like two very fine layers of fabric that are kind of blocked together. It's more kind of medium to lighter weight, I would say, but actually crosses really well over between t-shirt patterns and sweatshirt patterns. So for sweatshirt patterns, it's just going to make like a lighter weight version, or for the t-shirt patterns, it's just going to be, I think, yes, it's perfect for t-shirt weights. It's just a really lovely sort of nice thickness, nice and stretchy, feels really, really soft, and yeah, comes in a gorgeous, lovely color range as well. All of them sort of slightly marled. They're just, yeah, just beautiful tones that aren't like flat colours, just got lots of nice texture to them. Then finally, I wanted to let you know about some fabrics that have come in, and because of Brexit and all of the delays to shipping and stuff was like taking longer to come in than we expected, we thought it would come like kind of towards the end of last year, like the very beginning of this year, and it's only just come now, and it's like springtime now basically. As we've had quite a few wintry fabrics come in, and we've just not got space in the shop right now to store them and hold them over the summer until they sort of become popular again. So these fabrics have come back in and they've gone into the sale. Obviously not because there's anything wrong with them, they're just out of season now for us and we haven't got space to store them. So we've got quite a few colours in of the teddy bear coating fabric, and I've brought the teal over to show you here. This is an amazing colour. So I mean, it's a very snuggly fabric, very warm, as you can see. It is the kind of fabric that really needs to be made into like an overgarment, so either a coat or a coatigan, something that's lined, I would say, or made into a garment where the reverse of it wouldn't necessarily be like touching your skin. So it's not really a jumper fabric, it is more like a fabric for making an overgarment. I actually also think that it would make really, really nice cushion covers. It feels so soft, like you could just literally sit and hug it like a teddy bear on your sofa and it would feel so comforting. It's really nice and comes in lots of nice colourways as well. So yeah, this is the teal, but we do also have a nice jade colour, there's a blush colour. So they're all in the sale with 20% off. We've also had more boiled wools come back in, which again are kind of out of season now, and they are all in the sale too with 20% off. So some really lovely colourways of them. They're all 100% wool as well, so anything you make with those fabrics is going to be super, super cosy, because it is 100% wool as opposed to a mix. Some boiled wools are a mix of, usually I think it's wool and viscose that they're a mix of. And then we've also added some of our more chunkier cords into the sale too. We put the black in, and then I think we put in the sort of maroony kind of colourway as well, a kind of reddy colourway. Again, they're just not very seasonal for this time of year, and we just need to make space for all of the fabric that keeps coming in that is a bit more kind of spring and summery. So I'll put a link to the blog post that groups together all of these fabrics that I have mentioned in this video. So, and you can find a link to the sale section there, or just hop on to the website and you can check out the sale section there too. The discount applies automatically, so you don't need a code or anything like that. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Remember, we do ship worldwide, and everything's available on the website, and check out the blog post if you're looking for a specific fabric I've mentioned, because I always put all of the links in one place just so they're easier to find if you have seen something in the video that you do like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, then just remember to hit subscribe so you don't miss out on my next video. Happening this week in the shop is our new spring window display going in, so I'll be able to share that with you next week and give you a little tour of that, which will be really fun. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!